Now, you must speak with a lot of people that reach out to you who want to start off their, entrepreneurial journey or jump from one job to another. If I am 30, I'm confused, I'm in a job and I'm stuck, and I don't have the freedom to do what I want to do. Now, I want to reach out to the audience that's the working professional audience that follows me. And from straight out of the horse's mouth, which is you, what would you recommend them to do if they feel stuck in the job that they're doing and they really don't know, how do I make this shift to either start a business or freelance or maybe jump onto another career path?
Yeah, so one of the things you don't hear a lot of people talk about it is the financial aspect. They always say, set some goals or improve yourself, acquire some skills, start a side project, start small or whatever. But if you don't have the mental bandwidth to do any of that stuff, you will be paralyzed. And the reason why a lot of people feel stuck is that their financial situation or their living situation isn't set up in a way that they feel okay. You don't have to, obviously, few people are financially independent. That's like a very difficult thing to accomplish, but you don't necessarily need to be financially independent to feel somewhat stable. So I set up my support system and financial system up in a way that I don't have anything to worry about, and that sometimes requires sacrifices, but also help from others. And a lot of people often say, "Well, yeah, my parents won't help me, or I don't have good family, or I don't have something, or whatever." But in my experience, most people, even with the worst family situations, they might have a very supportive partner, or someone who doesn't have a supportive partner might have a supportive brother or another family member. The thing is not to look at what's bad, and that's what most of us, we always initially think about. Oh yeah, but my parents are not helpful, or my partner is only trying to scare me. Like I've received some of those emails as well from people. Saying, "Oh yeah, my spouse is whenever I talk about starting a business or changing my careers, is just talking about all of the negatives." So we can't work with those negatives. We have to look at the positive things that we can call on, and then we have to make some sacrifices. Correct. We have to sacrifice something to achieve better results in the future, because I've never seen anyone who starts with nothing achieve something without making any sacrifices. I think that's an illusion. If there are people who say that you can do it, I would not buy it, because everybody knows that everything in life has a price. Nothing comes for free. So it's really hard. You have to, like, I also, during that 2-year time frame where I was starting everything up, and obviously after that I was doing a little bit better, but still it took like solid 3 years to have everything set up really nicely and earn a good living. But that's a long time, 2-3 years, when you live it day to day, and it's basically every day same thing. Wake up, working out, very very little social time, and your friends also, and you will realize who your real friends are, and you have to sacrifice free time. Like just this morning, one young guy messaged me on Instagram saying that he moved from another country to somewhere else to study, and he was saying, for me sometimes very difficult when I see my friends like posting stories and all the stuff they're doing, and I'm studying. And he was saying that he found Think Straight really helpful. So he feels like normal again now. I said, look, man, this is good. You want to keep this mindset up, because in the future you will thank yourself for this. right?
Correct.
And that's the thing that can keep you going, by thinking that, you know, in 10 years I will look back and I will thank myself for sacrificing 2-3 years, or studying or investing in myself, or living very simply and not spending any money, or not going out, not doing anything social, but at least I make progress in my life. That's the most important thing, because if you sacrifice, you need to see some improvement,
Yep.
because otherwise then it's not worth it, right? So it needs to be something
Correct.
that's really worthwhile, because otherwise then you do it, then you look back, then you regret,
Yeah. Yep.
you know. So it needs to be worthwhile, like really saving money, investing money, that kind of stuff, investing in
Correct.
yourself. So that's, I think, the most realistic and also the only sustainable way to go about it. Like all of the gimmicks and the things that sound nice in your head. Oh, I need to start a side hustle. Okay, sounds great, but I don't have time or I don't have energy. So you start out and then you quit, you know?
Correct. Correct. Yeah, I think that makes sense, because what goes on in your mind about, oh, you know, when say a young person sees an influencer or an author, they do not see the journey that they've had. They look at the point in time that the society calls them successful, and that's the dream that I think the 99% of the crowd ends up chasing, and they don't really know how the journey's been.